What's up, guys? Now, today I'm going to be sharing with you something that I find quite disturbing, and it happened yesterday. It made me just realise what one of my greatest fears is. I'm going to share that with you today. Now, basically, um, I have a fear of moths, right? I absolutely hate them, they're just horrible. But yesterday, an experience happened that made me realise how much I absolutely hate them, and I just detest them. Now, What happened? Basically, I was lying on my bed there. I was watching YouTube videos through my headphones, and my mum came in and started talking to me. Now, that's the normal bit. That's the normal bit. That's the fine bit. But then I told her about the moth that was living in the bathroom that's just down the stairs there, and she said, "Oh, is that why the door was shut?" Because I had closed the door prematurely just to make sure it didn't get out. And she said that's why the door was shut. And as she said that, the moth that was living in there flew out there and just went past the door. And I saw it and just screamed, "Oh my god, it's there!" And then she turned around and went, "Where?" And then we both leapt across the bed and jumped over to the other side. I literally just threw my headphones and my phone on the floor. Um, and we were both just stood there, just terrified out of our skin. And now, a lot of people might find this phobia a bit stupid, but I find it bloody terrifying. I don't know why I have this phobia, because there's absolutely no reason for it. There's no legit reason I can say that makes me terrified of them. Just, I could say maybe they look horrible, or, something like that. But I've researched it. It's called motophobia, I think. That's how you say it. It's basically, a lot of people associate it because moths, they look horrible, which is my reason, so it's a legit reason. Um, Another reason is their direction of flight is they don't have a direction. They mostly move in random directions, like going all over the room and shit. So that's basically why they fly around the room randomly, because they're kind of searching for. That didn't make any sense. Anyway, the random direction of flight is why people are so terrified of them, because they have no idea where they're going to go. And that's possibly a reason why they terrify me as well, which is why I'm still looking around the room, because I'm still not sure where the hell it is. And that's another reason why I'm scared, because it could be anywhere in this house, and I don't know where it is. Um, so yeah, that's something that I wanted to share with you today. It's quite it was quite a scary experience for me. I mean, like afterwards, me and my mum were just walking around, holding cats in our arms because we wanted the cats to catch them. At the same time, didn't want them to come anywhere near us. That's the thing. But if we saw it, we'll probably drop the cat and say, "You go get it." But yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to my experience and listening to how much of a wuss I am, because honestly, I don't know what I'd be doing. Um, if if I knew where that moth was, I'd be staying far away from this house. In fact, I would be burning it, and it shouldn't even be a problem because it was like that big. Seriously, it was tiny, but just the essence of them terrifies me. You know. Again, a lot of people will probably find this silly and stupid, because I don't sort of because they're tiny and they can't do anything. Literally, they won't hurt you at all. But that's them hurting me is not the problem. You know, it's even worse because my dad takes the piss out of me for it. I apologise for bad language, everybody, but this is just my way of expressing how much I hate them. Yeah, he takes the mick out of me for disliking them, and I'm like, well, you can't take the mick out of somebody if you don't have a phobia of it, just because they do. He kept saying it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to hurt you, it's tiny. But that's not the problem, you know. If you have a phobia of something, then you're terrified of them no matter what. Nothing anybody's going to say is going to make it any better. That's why I'm going to say to people, right? If somebody has a phobia of something and you don't take the mick out of them, because you don't know how they feel, honestly. You have no idea how they feel. And, they could be absolutely terrified and you could be standing there like, what are you so terrified of? But just take care of them because, they're obviously feeling quite horrified. I hate spiders as well. I don't think I have a phobia of them, but I definitely have a phobia of moths because whenever I see one, I crap myself and just want to burn the entire house down. But yeah, speaking about that, I also have a couple of other phobias. Not phobias as such, just fears. Now this one is really stupid. I have a fear, or I'm kind of scared of elevators. Now again, you'll probably find that stupid, but when I went to Disney World a couple of years ago, I went on the ride called the Hollywood Tower of Terror. Now I can't remember exactly what happened. In fact, no, I can. We were stood in the line. It took ages to get there. We were stood in the line, and then we got to the ride, and then when we sat in it, there was this guy with a really creepy face. Just said he'd said something like "hold tight," and then that really sort of put me on edge. I was just like, "What's going to happen?" And then basically we went up, and then this thing appeared at the end of the hallway. And at the end of the hallway, right, there was like this image of a lift. It was a computer image, but there was an image of a lift with a family in it, and the doors close, and then the lift just dropped. Not our lift, their lift, and that's got me thinking, oh my god, that's what's going to happen to me. And then it didn't, and then we went. Basically, what happened is the worst thing ever happened that you could imagine. The lift didn't break; it was fine. But what it did, it sent us right to the top of this ride, and then these windows shutter things opened like that, and then we could see right across the park, and then we dropped straight down, and I was just terrified out of my life. I mean, like, we just kept going up and down. And I was screaming. I was like screaming blue murder, just like, get me off of this thing. But I just didn't know what to do. My mum, when we got off, said all she heard was the screaming of some sort of wild animal or a man next to her, because that's what I felt like at the moment. I just had no idea what was going on, because we were just going up and down. Well, I had an idea what was going on, obviously, but there's just no words to describe what I felt like that day. Another thing I'm quite scared of. I forgot to mention why I'm actually scared of elevators. Because I think it's because when it was going up and down, when I get in an elevator, I imagine that. But another thing is, I imagine because there's like a rope thing that takes the elevator up. That's probably why I'm scared of them, because I'm afraid of someone just, snipping it, and then it just drops, and then we get the Hollywood Tower of Terror all over again. Twilight Zone, that's what I was trying to think of before. It's Twilight Zone, and that's why. And Twilight Zone has some creepy stuff in it, so that's why it terrified me again. Another thing I'm scared of is the ocean, because when you swim down into the ocean, all you can see is blackness, right? And I had this image ages ago, right? I don't know why I thought of it, but I had this image that where I swam down, I was just swimming normally, like that, and then a massive, like, kraken or something, or a giant octopus had just appeared out of nowhere, and it was like the size of the space of the blackness. Now that would bloody terrify me, and just the thought of that scares the living crap out of me. Because it's probably the essence of, you have no idea what's in the ocean, and anything can just come out of the darkness and attack you or be friendly or whatever. You have no idea what's going to happen. So that's the reason why I'm scared of the ocean, because unexpected things can happen. Like in Jaws, for example, you know, the shark just came out of nowhere and ate the girl. Ate a lot of people, to be fair, but ate the girl at the start, mostly. I'm trying to think another thing I'm scared of. Spiders I'm scared of, but little ones, like literally like that big, I'm not too bothered about because they're not, you know, they don't look big enough to even like move, let alone do anything. Bigger ones I am scared of because you can see them in their legs and everything. Ugh. Makes me shiver just thinking about that. Moths are worse though, like I was saying before. So yeah, those are my greatest fears, I think. I mean, I think there was some other ones. Oh yeah, I'm scared of sharks as well. Now you're probably like listening to this vlog thinking, "Oh my god, he's a giant wuss," but personally, I find sharks right to be terrifying. I mean, you just look at them; they have like dead, empty eyes, don't they? Like their eyes are they just don't seem to have any pupils or anything. They're horrible. I find that horrible to look at. Just and their teeth as well. Just massive teeth. Don't get me wrong. I both love sharks and I hate sharks because they just look terrifying. But the way they move is amazing. You know, they just like move so gracefully. But the size of their mouth and the teeth as well, and the fact that they can just come out of nowhere. I think it's mainly though that they look a bit like zombies in a way. Not human zombies, obviously, but they look a bit like zombies because they just have these dead, empty eyes and these massive teeth. And again, they live in the ocean, so that combined with a shark coming out of nowhere is another scary factor for me. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed listening to some of my greatest fears, and you've probably laughed at me all the way through. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to what I'm afraid of, and don't be afraid, of course, to put another comment down below saying what your fears are, because I'll be more than happy to reply to them. Leave a like if you liked it, even subscribe if you want, I'm not bothered. I'm just doing this because I love it, and because vlogs are something that's always interested me, so yeah, again, drop a like or drop a comment or whatever, it doesn't matter. Even if you dislike the video, drop a dislike, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.